think we're going the right way, guys. We're not. Hello interwebs and welcome back. I'm Shanna and this is where I share my life and stories and adventures and opinions and whatever else I feel like. And if I sound a little off today, it's because allergy season has started here in Japan, so it's hitting me hard, but we're getting through it. And that's not what this video is about, because this video is actually really exciting. It is my first ever trip to Seoul, South Korea. And I explain more later, so let's go ahead and get into it. Good morning, guys. I made a couple different oopsies. Number one, left my house and it was like, oh, it's not raining, and then walked 2 feet, starts raining. What can you do? Don't have time to turn back, because today I'm going to Korea and I'm super excited. I haven't been to Seoul before. I have been to Busan, as some of you might have seen. It was a while ago, so those vlogs are a little bit old. But going to Seoul today, and I'm so excited because I'm going by myself, not meeting anybody that I already know. So it'll be like a challenge for me as well. But I made another oopsie because I stayed out really late last night for my friend's birthday, and then I got home and talked on the phone with my mom really late. So I slept for an hour and I'm pretty tired, but we're gonna have a great day. So looking forward to it. Check in with you guys in a bit. I'm gonna pull out Wizard Unite and play while I walk. And by the time this gets up, those vlogs will probably already be up. Let's go. As always, just a reminder, don't forget to fill this out. Alright guys, after waiting through one of the longest check-ins that I've ever been in, other than when I was coming back to Japan from Bangkok, we are finally on the plane. We have a window seat. A lot of these low-cost carriers won't let you have your phone on during takeoff or landing, so we'll see if I can get any shots of takeoff or landing. Don't know if we can, but right now there's no one beside me. It would be awesome if it stays that way. We'll see. I'm excited.
맞게 조여주시고 풀 때는 덮개를 들어 올리면 됩니다.
Okay guys, so we are through security and everything, but some important things to note. I don't think they actually stamped my passport this time, which is different from the last time that I came to South Korea. I went to Busan, and I'm 99% sure, I have to check again, that they stamped my passport. This time, they just printed out this little piece of paper that was like, you've been approved by the Republic of Korea. And I'm like, interesting, okay. So I'm gonna hold on to that in case it's important, but they didn't like staple it into the passport or anything, so don't know what that's about. And just in case you're coming here hoping that you'll be able to connect to Wi-Fi in the airport like you are in most places and then figure out where you need to go, there's no airport Wi-Fi here. Luckily, Miyuki set me up with a like Wi-Fi global router, and so I have that, but yeah, there's no airport Wi-Fi. At least not in Icheon. I don't actually know how to say it. I'm terrible. I should know these things. Anyway, gonna figure out where the train is, go from there, and I will reconvene. See you guys soon. So their map is pretty freaking detailed. I think we just need to go straight out. We're here. So straight out across, and then it looks like the transportation center, and this is the train, I believe. So let's go find out if we're right, because we know we're not good at reading maps. It's quite possible we have found our way to at least the right vicinity. Yes, yes. The thing I need to do, I have this card from the last time I came to Busan. I don't know if it'll still work, but we gonna try. My fringe is so oily from traveling. This always happens. Anyway, I was able to recharge the card, so I put 3,000 won on it, and I guess there was still 3,000 won on it from the last time I was here, so I've got 6,000 won on this bad boy. better not lose them. I think that's probably only like $6. I don't know. I'll check that later. All right, let's go. Changing trains now. By the way, I forgot to tell you, they're actually gonna have Wi-Fi at the area with the trains, but not at the actual airport. So if you need Wi-Fi, you can pop on over there. Okay, so just to be sure, it says I need line 6, which is these brown ones here, and the Hangul that I need matches this one. So I'm gonna assume that I need to go to this side here. Let's hope I'm right. Right here, I need to go here, which means I need to take this one, which is here. Maybe? Yeah, I think so. I think that was 5. It's this way. Alright, if we've done our calculations correctly, this should take us to the right stop. I also checked, and that is the next stop in the direction we need to go, so. I think we're going the right way, guys. We're not, I don't even want to put that energy out there. I am good with directions. I can do this. Strange trash receptacle. Can you see that in there? Alright guys, we made it. I found it. 10 points. Confused about where I'm supposed to check in. I just came down those stairs. There's more rooms here. I gotta figure it out. So I am in room 33, bed number 4. I love this. This place is really cool. Just FYI, after you come up these stairs, this is actually where you check in. You don't have to go all the way up there like I did. So there are 3 bathrooms. And this is what they look like. Typical kind of Asian style bathroom. Check out the rooftop. So for now, I am extremely starving and in need of some coffee. So let's go find some. Falafel wrap? Oh yes. So the menu inside doesn't have the falafel wrap on it. Slightly disappointed. But they do have falafel armhof with tzatziki and fresh chili sauce salad. Might go ahead and get that. It's a little bit expensive, but I'm here and I don't like to leave once I've already sat down because I feel bad. So might do that. So, confession time. This is my first time actually sitting down at a restaurant and eating by myself, because normally I get things takeout if I'm going to be eating by myself, or I just cook. So that place was definitely good, but also hopefully my most expensive meal, because I don't want to spend that much money every time I go to eat. I don't know, but wasn't bad. Not a bad price, realistically. Just not what I would have liked to have spent, but it was yummy. So I'm just wandering around right now. I don't know what to do. I need coffee. The place I checked a minute ago was too pricey for just an Americano, so I'm gonna keep wandering until I find something that sounds good. Interesting street. things here is to get your coffee in a bag, and then you get your cup of ice and you pour it in there. To me, it seems a little bit wasteful, but that's what they do here, so, you know, that's what we're doing. In some way.
One. Two.
One. Four.
Two.
That's twice you've told me one.
You have to keep it simple.
Yeah, you said 3 to me twice. That's why
I think I said 4 to you again too after she told me one.
Yeah, you know what? Because he said 3.
I also stick always at the same
Same
stuff,
numbers.
He said 3 to me twice, and I didn't want to say 4 twice. So I was
So the guest house that I stayed at was called G Itaewon in Seoul, and I definitely recommend staying there. It was a really good guest house or hostel, and I actually never explained what was happening in those last couple scenes, so let me explain really quick. So as I went to the rooftop to watch the sunset, and I had my soju and I had my green tea, I was sitting there and I kind of put myself in the corner away from what appeared to be a family barbecuing with some other people. And because the guest house is located in a neighborhood, it's like the only real rooftop, and there's definitely families around there. I thought, oh, there must be, you know, a family who comes over here and has a barbecue sometimes, and it looks like they've got some other young people with them. There was definitely a grandma and some grandchildren and whatever running around, and I didn't want to interrupt. So I separate myself, and I'm sitting there sipping my soju and my green tea and just enjoying myself, and I look up, and this girl, this young Korean girl, is motioning for me to, hey, come here. And I looked around, and then I looked back at her, and I was like, me? And she's like, yeah. So I grab my things and I walk over, and I'm immediately greeted by her and by this guy who introduces himself as Shrek. And apparently he is the owner of the hostel, and not only were the people there his family, but also some of his employees for the hostel. And he's like, hey, have a seat, we're barbecuing, starts filling me a plate of stuff, and I was like, oh, thank you so much. I was like, I don't eat meat though. And he's like, oh, no problem. Gives the meat to somebody else, pulls out a thing of grapes, plops it on a plate, sits me down, grills up some sweet potatoes for me, introduces me to a guy who was there who was his friend, who's actually a teacher in England and just there visiting, and comes every year to visit him because they're friends. And I got to know some of the staff, and then as the night went on, some of the other patrons came up, and there was free drinks, and we were all just having a wonderful time and playing games. And I learned a new drinking game where you have to say a number but then show a different number on your finger, and the person next to you has to say a number, and they can't say the number that you're showing on their fingers. It was really, really interesting. I really enjoyed it. I had a wonderful night, and then that night, when I finally decided, listen, I'm tired, I had an hour of sleep the night before, I want to go to bed, I waltzed up to my room, I took a shower, I went to go to sleep, and it turned out that one of the girls and one of the guys who was hanging out with us on the rooftop was in the same room as me, and then we ended up talking until after 2, probably almost 3 in the morning. So it was just an amazing experience overall in that hostel, but especially that first night. But that pretty much wraps it up for this one. I hope you guys liked it. If you did, please make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and if you don't know what to comment down below, leave a Korean flag emoji. Not only does that help out my channel a lot, but it lets me know that you were here, it gives us a chance to chat, it lets me know you're at the end of the video, and of course, I just love to see your faces down there. If you want another way to help out my channel down below, there are links to my website, my merch store, and my Patreon. There's zero obligation to check any of those out, but if you want to, you can. Keep an eye out for the next video because we are still in South Korea. We do some exploring and have a lot of fun. And until then, thank you guys so very much. I'll see you next time. Bye! Oh. Oh, hello there. Yes, this is me casually drinking from my Ginky AF merch because I don't have any bloopers to share. But if you like my cup or my shirt or some leggings or some socks, there's links in the description below. Be Ginky and enjoy your coffee or tea or water or whatever else you like to drink from mugs.